All right, Yali Madad, once again, we have some sustenance in our body. We can absorb a little bit more. It was a good break. I got a chance to talk to many of you, and I got a very interesting question, which is worthy of discussion because it is about Baytu'l Khayal. One of my sister asked me that you are talking about zikr. So during the daytime, should I say salawat? You told us about tasbih of Hazrat Yunus alayhi salam, or should I say my Ism-i Azam? And if you, those of you who have attended, Farman class session, I do not know how many of you have ever attended Farman class sessions. I started my journey there. So, there is this theory that Ism-i Azam is the supreme name. And the example is given to it for it is as if that if I have $100 bill and I have $1 bill, I have $5 bill, I have $10 bill. Which bill I would prefer? $100. Very straightforward answer, right? So Ism-i Azam is a supreme name. But then there are so many other names. Salwat is a name, Ghafoor is a name, Rahman is a name, Rahim is a name. And there are so many zikr, right? We do. Ya Ali Adrikni, they all are zikr, right? There are so many wazifas in Quran. Actually, this zikr, Hazrat Yunus alayhi salam, it's a wazifa, meaning that it's a Quranic verse which we recite abundantly. We call it wazifa, right? So what should we recite the most? And remember, the objective is that we want a jumpian job. We want our Ism-i Azam to become automatic. So why would I not just remember my Ism-i Azam? Why do I have to do Yaliya Muhammad or Salawat or La ilaha anta subhanaka? So their answers are in levels. First thing. So this friend also told me that, I'm struggling with nafs. Now, nafs can manifest in very many ways. My personal struggle has been food. I'm a lover of food, addicted to food, right? So when you are walking on this path, you are being told that the Ginan verse we quote, right? Pet bhari ne khaso, suso ne pachi pachtaso. Meaning you are not supposed to eat, especially at night time or a lot. So, you are able to, control your carnal soul. So you stay focused in your ibadat. If we eat more than our body needs, we feel heavy, carbohydrate, induced coma, and then, we don't do what we need to do. And this dear sister said that I know what I need to do. But because I'm not able to control my nafs, because there are so many stressors around me, I become mindless. And we all know about emotional eating, right? We eat and we kind of numb our pain or struggle, whatever it is in life. Believe it or not, we all go through that. Different intensities. We all go through that. Nafs, finds a weakness and it attacks. For some people, it is sleeping. For others, it is drugs, it is alcohol. You name it. There are so many ways of making your soul burdened with this worldly thing. So all these, vices are very many. But the question was that I become mindless, my nafs overpowers, and I cannot remember the zikr. And the reason is, strong, powerful reason is, life happens. Tell me, who can say that life has not happened to us? Each one of us, life happens, right? Then how do we stay on the path, which we know it's the right path, right? In order for us to remind ourselves that stay on the path, we need to stay in zikr. We all have established that. Zikr is the key because zikr will boost us in Nurani time. So we have to stay in zikr. The next question is, do I do Ism-i Azam or do I do different zikr? Very beautifully, the way, in worldly example, let's say today we ate just breakfast. So the food we ate, it was all breakfast appropriate because it's the morning and we are eating, food. Lunch is a different kind of meal. Dinner is a different kind of meal. Snacks are different, meaning that whatever our body needs, we know worldly wise and we sustain our body, right? Similarly, when we are walking on the path of spirituality, what we need, we have to take. Destination is completion of Ism-i Azam, making it Ajam Pe Ajam. That's the destination. But there are steps. If we don't walk on the steps and we keep focusing on destination, there's no way. We have to. I mean, everyone, when a human child is born, that human has to grow, newborn, then toddler. This example, then becoming a human being. Nobody by being birthed will say, oh, I'm a man now or I'm a woman now. It just cannot happen. It is logically, biologically cannot happen. This is an example for our spirituality. When we seek that destination, everyone has to climb up the steps. Now, in first step, let's say we know destination. What we don't know is the how part, is the steps. So when we say that my nafs makes me eat because I'm trying to cope with life, that's my coping mechanism. And I know it's not right. I have the knowledge, but I have no power over it. Meaning that you have identified a problem. It's a sickness I have because I find my solace in food, but I don't want to eat. What is the zikr for that? Believe it or not, the zikr is La ilaha anta subhanaka inni kuntu minas zalimin. That is the healing, that is the treatment, because due to our action, because life happened, I am doing this to cope with my life, but what am I doing? I'm not responding to the problem. Why am I not able to cope with the life? Have we ever wondered that? There's a reason that we cannot cope. How come we see different example, right? Some people are able to cope with great losses with such courage. Others are not able to. Aren't we all human beings? Aren't we all smileys? Aren't we all in Bayya of Imam? Do we not have Khana Vadan? So why that difference? There is a difference. The difference is due to their practices. When you are beginning the journey and you have this disease, you've identified a disease, that you have no power, control, you're emotional eater because life happens. And life happens to everybody. You know as a truth that this zikr is the healing. It is a medicine for this kind of problem. You have to make that intention. You have to make time. And there is a practice which is very important in Smiley Tariqa. Do an intention for 40 days. Our skin changes in 40 days. Our linings of the body, cells, molecular changes happens in 40 days. 40 days number 40 is very important for us. If you want to change something in you, you have to do or take that practice, that intention, and do it consistently for 40 days. When you do that something for 40 days, it will become a habit. It will become a habit. You have to do it with sincerity, devotionally, with love of Imam, seeking strength, saying prayers in words. Say it to Maula Baba. And this is Girya Uzari. Girya Uzari can be done in words. You tell Maula Baba, I'm so weak. And you don't have to share it with anybody. You can do it on your own with Maula. I'm really weak. I'm like a beggar asking you. I am sick of my body, but I cannot cope with my life because it is hard. Life is hard and I eat and I don't want to eat. I want to love you more. I want to remember you more. But this body is not working for me because I have no control. Give me control. He is Mazharul Ajaib. He does miracles for us, right? When you seek, and remember always that when you do one, he will come towards you 100 times. So you have to have that faith. So do it with complete faith. Make an intention for 40 days. Whatever the disease is, believe it or not, there is a zikr. There is a zikr for it. And now I have done sessions, 40 zikr session. I've taught this zikr, why to do those zikr with Girya Hazari practice. And those lectures are available online, right? For example, let's say in the family, somebody is abusive. Just making an example. Or they don't want to come to Jamaat Khana. There's something which we know has to change, but we have no control over others. We don't control, right? Maula Ali says, Ana mukallibal qulub. I am the one who changes the heart. And from that saying of Maula Ali, there is a zikr, Ya mukallibal qulub. So we call upon him, oh, changer of the heart. Then what we say in our prayers, change the heart of my child. So he comes to Jamaat Khan. Change the heart of this person so he doesn't abuse me. Right? Whatever is the reason. But what I'm trying to tell you, as soon as the situation changed, the zikr changed. Because if you have flu, you will not take an antibiotic because it's a viral infection. Antibiotic will do nothing on it. You will just have side effects. It will not treat your flu. Flu will have its course and then it will go away. But if you have bacterial, throat infection, if you don't take antibiotic, you wait like flu, you are not going to heal. You're going to get sicker and sicker. Meaning, according to the disease, you have to find the treatment. Similarly, in zikr also, in wazifas also, whatever disease you have a treatment for it. But if you don't have knowledge, you will not know. And yes, Ism-i Azam is the supreme name. But then, you know what people will say? My Ism-i Azam doesn't work for me. People say that. Oh, people ask this question. My Ism-i Azam doesn't work for me. Really? Imam has given you Ism-i Azam. Do you think he made a mistake? But people ask this question. I don't want to seek knowledge. I have been blessed with the Ism-i Azam. It should work for me. Do you see that attitude? It won't work. Nothing is wrong with Ism-i Azam. Everything is wrong with me because that's my attitude. Right? Do we feel that we are doing bandagi but we are not getting the results? Because if my arm is hurting and I'm putting my, medicine on my legs, will my arm heal? Me, right? So where the disease is, we need to treat that. We have 23 hours to work on to be successful in 24th hour. But we neglect 23 hours. 23 hours dedicated to the worldly things, gossips, backbiting, judgment, you name it. And we want results from 24th hour. Ehsan kare na maula pe. That's what we are doing. If people say it like that, that's what they think. And people do. I'm telling you, people have asked this question. Why do I not see the benefit? And when I say knowledge, oh, karenge. Okay, you made the choice. You made the choice. So, knowledge is very important. Knowledge is very important. There are steps, and healing is at every step. And believe it or not, if I'm in front of you, I didn't become this today from nowhere. There are steps you have to walk on, the hard work you have to do with your nafs, learning of knowledge, keeping your desire alive. Life happens and you get pulled down, you get drowned. But with his name, you come out, you survive, you become survivor. You will not be victim, you'll be survivor. You will learn and you'll grow out of it, right? So all these worldly terminologies, you learn and you use it for this spiritual life, because all what we learn in the worldly life, it is for us, those who are seekers, not for everybody. It doesn't work for everybody. Those who are sincerely, genuinely seeking this path, they will know it all. Ji.
Do we have a list of all this tasweers like?
I at least have 40 for now. Yes, you can. You can. If you contact these ladies, if you, yeah. There is a treasure which we have collected. I started teaching during COVID. When COVID happened, people were like, there was a flood of people asking questions. I used to do classes like this, small group, few people interested, 2-3 people, meet here and there, coffee shop and here and there. But COVID happened and suddenly people became so interested, and we used to take lectures every day. That treasure is there for you to benefit from.
For somebody else, like suppose a family member is not going to come in, so we can say this tasbih for them.
Yes.
And it works for them.
Prayers have power. Yes. It is your generosity to say that tasbih. You are giving your time. You will do Giriya Hozari and you will say that tasbih 40 times, 100 times, 1,000 times. Depends on you and your timing and your generosity. When somebody asks me like that, and I say, why do you not pray for Ismaili Jamaat? Are we confused? Why do we not have big heart? Open our heart. Imam has used this term, open your heart. What does that mean? Become generous. Yes, we have family members. We pray for them. But then also, if we are generous, if we really are Farman Bardar, why don't we pray for Smiley Jamaat? Only then Jamaat Khana, Giriyazari Tasbih. Why do I not take out some time and dedicate time for my brothers and sisters? We say one Jamaat. Let me prove with my actions. And not only Jamaat Khana Safai or, this volunteer or Mukhi Sai, Mukhyarima, this is all physical khidmat. What about Batani khidmat? Nobody knows. My Mola knows. Right? And he acknowledges, he appreciates that you are so genuine, you are so generous. Imam wants us to be generous. So generosity is only money? Money is, definitely. Without money, there is no other sacrifice. Money is very important because money both wali anko, right? Money is very important. But those who are mominin, they don't stop at money. Time and knowledge, Nazrana. This is your time, Nazrana. Because you learned knowledge, now you're going to practice, you're going to pray for that family member because you want to pray and you will pray for Jamaat as well. Why not? Right? Ji.
I think it was Aga Alisha Data Forman. I think it was a Jamaat Khana opening. And then he says, Jamaat Khanu che, I mean, I want to know, we take a asal Jamaat Khanu Tamara Bil Machu. Okay, so now sometimes Murid doesn't want to go to Khane, but sit at home and pray where he finds more peace than in Kalmal Jamaat Khana. Okay, so how should one go about it?
Very good question. And very important question. Remember, actually, Maulana Hazri Imam has given the answer. In his Farman, he said, whenever it is possible for you, go to Jamaat Khana. Right? Whenever it is possible for you, go to Jamaat Khana. What you are saying that you don't go because you find this unsettled vibrations, right? Which hinders you from connection, right? There are different answers actually. Number one, yes. Number one, you be Farman Bardar, you go to Jamaat Khana. You seek that courage from Imam that let me rise above that unsettled vibrations. Right? Because he does say that close the doors. Am I able to close the doors? Do I have any ability? No, Mola Bapa. I seek your mercy to help me. I cannot. I want to come to Jamaat Khana, but I don't enjoy as much as I sit at home. But I fear me becoming lazy. We put ourselves at a big risk of becoming lazy. એક બાજી આવી પછી બીજી આવશે કમર થાકી ગઈ છે ને નીંદર આવી ગઈ છે ને ખતમ ઇબાદત મિસ હો ગઈ right? So we have to be very mindful that shaitan is on sirat mustaqim. Do you know shaitan doesn't disturb the worldly people? Shaitan is only after those who are mu'minin, who are sincerely seeking. The whole world, even the Jamaat, works on default. Shaitan ki bazi mein, and they have no awareness, no awakening, no eyes, blindly living the life, doing the rituals the way Mola said, being parrot, being monkey, being donkey. Mola's words, right? They are harsh words. So remember that if you are here and you're asking questions, you are using your intellect. You know that if you will, for any reason, accept one weakness, you can lead to second weakness. The traps are layer after layer. Am I able to tell you do this and do not that? I'm not the one. You make that decision. And you know what? It is your connection to Mola Baba. You come or not come, nobody should ask. It is between you and your Imam. That's it. So first is go to Jamaat Khana. Seek his mercy because, we are not strong. We are not strong. Shaitan ki bazi will come and we will not be able to do that, chokas ibadat. Let me finish the answer, but you'll forget. Ask me. Yes. Ask me.
Like I said, I go to Jamaat Khana every day in the morning, right? I did go to Jamaat Khana. I did all my rituals and everything. But then in the evening, I said, you know what? Let me sit at home.
Remember, the answer is one. First, go to Jamaat Khana. You are able to go, so you should go. If you cannot go, then you cannot go. And he knows your limitations, right? And I don't want to give you reasons to justify, right? Because, if we were to do that, then I am the one who is deciding for you. And that's why I don't want to go there. Remember, it is your business with Imam. Seriously. He knows what limitations you have and what strengths you have. Let's say if you want to go and you cannot go. Again, it's between you and him. So I hope you know I've given you the answer. It is between you and him. If you don't go, it is between you and him. Nobody will judge you. Nobody can judge you, right? So you decide for yourself what you want to do. But Maula's hidayat is this, Jama. Whenever it is possible for you, I know it is not possible all the time. He says that. Whenever it is possible for you, you go. Somebody lives 30 minutes, 40 minutes away, right? It is difficult. But I am not the decision maker. I've seen people driving every hour, 1 hour to come to Khana. There are moments like that too. Somebody could be lazy. So it depends on our individual decision making. The another layer of answer which is there, this is you are talking about a practice, a riyazat, kasri in Kalam-e-Maula, physical. We all value and see and give importance to physical riyazat. But physically superficial, it's just one level. There is a practice of batin. Then there is practice of nuraniyat. Are you making sacrifice at level of batin and higher? Because if you will only make physical sacrifices and you think you are doing good, because what is the outcome? Immediately we say, oh, I'm doing good. Self-righteous attitude aa gaya, arrogance aa gaya. So we have to be very mindful. Bazi har taraf hai. मौला पे एहसान कर दिया, 1 घंटा चला के जमा चले गए. We can think like that. So you have to be mindful and be critical. कि my जो dialogue I'm telling myself or my family, what am I saying? क्यों उठा दिया, जमात खाने गए थे, पता नहीं सोना आराम करना होता है. You have to be mindful because if shaitan hears that, attack will come. We cannot do that. Kasidi. It means practice, riyazat. Taking a sacrifice, a challenge upon yourself to do something. Because it is a challenge, right? The question was that if you find, lots of settled energies, it is hard sometimes, and you will feel that way. If you come to evening khane and come to morning khane, it's totally different energy, totally different. Same place, same people, more people, less people, but completely different feeling. Naturally, those who enjoy morning khane, they will say, come to morning khane. You'll find the satisfaction, peace. Evening khane, maza nahi aata. So we all understand. Why? Because it is whatever is happening outside. Unsettled vibrations. You know why? Because thoughts, idhar hai, udhar hai. We know we don't connect. But those who take sacrifice in the morning and come to morning khane, they come with this desire. I want to elevate. Right? And that's why we connect. So what happens when you're weak? Her energy boosts me up. I'm awake. So we share energies. We all are connected. Right? But evening, there's no connection. Vyadi, dimag mein hoti, right? So there's no connection. So we don't enjoy. But we have to create that shield. Remember the Baytu'l Khayal Farman? Close the doors. Wherever you are, you find your space and you go into inner world. Yeah, it takes practice. It doesn't come easy. It doesn't. Right? It's very lonely world, by the way. I'm telling you. Because what will happen? You will start not talking to others. You will lose friends because now you are seeking something very different, unique. And everybody doesn't enjoy. Kya har waqt रूह की बातें करती रहती. People want different things, right? So you will automatically have nobody around you. छोड़ देंगे दुनिया वाले, automatically. And then you will find like-minded people. So today I'm sitting with my like-minded people. If you see me here, they invited me, like-minded. Because they like my company and I like their company. Because we are seekers of soul. No dunya ki panchat. We are not interested कि क्या पकाया, क्या खाया, क्या पहना. We are not interested. We are interested in Mawla. We are interested in soul. We are interested how to climb up the ladder. That's our interest. सबको नहीं मजा आता है. This journey is not for everybody, by the way. Let me tell you. This is not for everybody. This is very specific kind of people who are really seekers. Their soul is alive. And they're able to hear the crying of their soul, the calling of their soul. It is not for everybody. So it happens in our own family. One is very interested on this path, other is not. And it is okay. Remember, Mola says, you can take the horse to the water, you cannot force anybody. You can be generous and pray for them because you found something so interested, other is not. You're telling them once, twice, three times, interest in lete, and it's all right. We can pray for them. That's it. That's our job. Kit 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 nahi karna hai, nagging nahi karna hai. That's not our job. Right?
So when we are in that unsettled energy, does it bring our energy down too?
Yes, it can. Yeah, it
So
can.
we go home unrested or not satisfied.
Yes, it
So
can
then you
happen.
prefer that you might as well stay home.
You prefer, then that's your preference. That's not Farman Bardari.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah?
Farman is general Farman for Aam Janta.
Yeah.
For some people who have already realized that they are disturbed by this energy, and then your mind doesn't stay in any rituals or any Sharia or any practice, you might as well sit home and say your dua and tasbih and feel good about it.
Then that's your right. And you have your right. Remember that. We cannot be judged, right?
But Niamat Sahib, in Khane, is it possible because there is angels, there is ruh, there is spirits, so there is so much positivity over there. Would you still like cause the negativity would be from people?
Yeah.
Right. So let's say you're sitting beside somebody who has a negative energy, but so much charged power in Khane, would it actually drag you down?
So, there are levels of answers. This will take us to higher concept, Jamaat Khana. So let me, step by step, we have to tackle the answer. So one, response is that how can that be? How can you have negativity when Jamaat Khana is the house of Imam? Mullah says, I am present there, angels are there. How can you feel what you are saying? Meaning that energy could be so toxic that you feel depleted when you come to Khane, right? It's not possible, but it is happening. You're not lying, it is happening to you, right? You're feeling that way. And you are sincere seeker. It's not coming out of laziness, but it is coming out for what you're feeling. It is her truth. Something around, something in the life which is happening is leading to that direction. So it is very individualized, very individualized. But then there is more to it. And I'm struggling. Where do I start that? So go ahead and ask your question. Yeah.
So much food perspective. It's really kind of used to feel like that. And then suddenly I was like, I have control over my perspective. I can control it. Even if there's negative energy around you, you can still work with your energy and you can feed with positive energy and you can try to block the negative.
Yes, and I agree with you. You know what she just said?
Can you repeat that?
Yes. So she said that, remember that we have a question that what if you feel that you get depleted when you come to Khane because of, different energy levels. Why does that happen? We'll have to go to the root cause of it. And other friend said that when you change your perspective, she's saying that she had that kind of feeling, but something changed. That something has no name, but we have to find that something because other friend is looking for that something. Because right now, if we are feeling depleted, and other friend is saying we felt the same way, but something changed. Do you know what that something is? Knowledge. Knowledge. So yes, there is a knowledge that Jamaat Khana is house of Imam. There are angels, but this is very basic knowledge. It's a kindergarten level knowledge. You need to know more. As soon as you know more, you will find that strength in you to block everything and anything. And then you'll have direct connection to that vibrant, soul energy of Imam. Immediately you'll receive and you'll flourish and you'll expand. Your soul will expand. So knowledge is very, very important. I have no words to emphasize. I'll give you a Ginan. and I quote that Ginan, those who listen to me, that they will know that Bebe Lochan Sarvane. Do you understand, Ginan? Bebe Lochan Sarvane. Vidya Lochan Tana. Sapat Lochan Dharam. Everybody has two eyes. But if you are a seeker, you will have three eyes. Right? But if you have Vidya, Gnan, right? True knowledge, you will have 7 eyes. What does that mean? Logically, humanly, it is impossible. I have only 2 eyes. But you will have 7 eyes. You will be able to see where the negative energy is coming. Is it my family member? Is it my loved one? Is it my business? Is it my relationship? Is it my past trauma? What is it? You will see it and you will close your eyes. And you will connect to that one soul, universal soul, and you will just receive light. Sometimes what happens when we are suffering, we are hurting, we are in pain, we find the reason to protect ourselves, right? We find the reasons to protect ourselves. And what I see and hear, that it has become, when I hear that, a coping mechanism to say, I do not want to deal with the world because I feel so weak. It's negative. Who is negative? Not the world. It's me. Who is weak? Knowledge will give me power to block my own thoughts, my own waswasal, all shaitan ki bazi. Jamaat Khana is a place of happiness. And we should be getting stronger, radiant, vibrant souls. When you come as one soul. When you go out, you have angels all over your being, helping you. First him and then you. But there's a higher level of answer which I have to give you. Ji.
That come to Jamaat Khana, seek direction from Mawla's Nur, which is ever present. But if I go to Jamaat, engaging with, oh, what happened with last night's game, or this or that, I'm never gonna get that direction with Nur that you prefer. So I think it's an individual matter. We go in, and I choose not to engage with what happened last night's game, but if I go and put in my prayer, then I think definitely is a full benefit that get something.
Absolutely, absolutely. Give me, she's next, Ji.
I just have a perspective that Imam also says in his Farmans that come to Jamaat Khana because there is power in congregation.
Yes.
So sometimes you feel that you are not open to it, but there are other murids who are probably at a different level than you are, and I think it's their barakah that helps you
Yes.
gain and become stronger.
Yes.
So just by being present,
Yes.
you're finding some benefit.
Yes.
That's
Yes.
my perspective.
Yes, and that's a beautiful perspective, and that's a correct perspective, because when we are going through life happens to each one of us, and we have to acknowledge that. Sometimes we don't want to face life, and we want to blame others, and this is one way of blaming. I don't want to deal with people's stare, because remember, we are coming from culture where we are very judgmental. We have to grow. Nowadays I say it very clearly. We are Generation X. We have to grow, because we are losing our children because of us, because we are very judgmental. So I really want us to grow. And it is because of those stares and judgment, someone who's going through life feels so weak, so small, so weak that they don't want to face you. Don't do that to people, right? So yes, in Jamaat Khana, when we come, we will receive this power, this strength, because there are people who are elevated. Nobody, we can see, not see the labels, right? But there are people like that. There are generous people who pray for whole Jamaat, and their prayers reaches us. You were saying something, Shalom?
And that's the retreat types of people.
Yes. Yes.
Second type, they'll go home, but then have gained sins. And the third type, they'll come to Jamaat Khana, and when they go home, they take barakah.
Yes. Yes. Did we all hear that? Right? We remember that Farman, right? So it is talking about 3 different levels of people, went to same Jamaat Khana, lived in the same community, same age group, whatever you want to say, all same, but outcomes are different, right? And the higher level concept which I wanted to talk about without references, I think I will do that, is when we hear the story of Hazrat, our Prophet Muhammad, he used to go to Gare Hira, and he used to do ibadat. Do you know the tawil of Gar, cave of Hira, right? That's what we hear. The tawil of that cave is actually our personal world. Have you ever heard of that term, personal world? Inner world. This term is new actually. This term has come recently, right? Personal world is a world which is inside us. Prophet Muhammad going to Gar Hira, I mean, why could he not do ibadat? Because Maulana Abu Talib gave him Ism-i Azam. Remember, there was Imam there at that time too. He was doing ibadat of Ism-i Azam. Maulana Abu Talib gave him Ism-i Azam, so he was doing bandagi. Why couldn't he do bandagi in masjid or his home? Why did he have to go to the Gar? When we don't understand, there's a meaning which we don't understand. Because Gar is an allegory. It means personal world, meaning that you go inside you and you do ibadat. The physical body can be in the belly of the fish, it can be in the home, it can be in Jamaat Khana, it can be anywhere in the world. A moment will go inside and recite his name in the personal world. So this is a higher concept. Tawil of Gar Hira. If I go further, when we say Bhamar Gufa, our peers have used that term Bhamar Gufa. Gufa is what? Cave. Bhamar Gufa. Right? Jabin pe. Meaning what? If I am sitting here can go to my cave, why would I not do so? Because in the cave, Prophet Muhammad was blessed with the revelation. Jibrail came to him, meaning that we all have the same potential. But yes, life happens to us. And due to that, some experiences happens to us. Some people judge and hurt us, and then we are surrounded by those people. There's anger in us. There's, unhappiness in us. And that makes us make those choices which are not good for us, right? So we have to be mindful and understand what is the cause of it. What I'm doing is my action, and I'm intelligent human being. I understand the guidance, but why am I choosing to do this? There is trauma, there is pain somewhere which is needing acknowledgement, attention, and healing. He is the best healer. Tabibe Asmani. He is a heavenly healer. There is no other healer in the world, because these doctors can only heal our body. Nobody can heal our soul. It is only him who can heal our soul. And when there is a pain and trauma, it does burden our soul because it's heavy. It sits heavy on our heart. And it is hard. When we are in pain, it is very, very hard. So acknowledge that pain, right? And then let yourself be lighter. Let go of that pain. And then you'll be able to experience the vibrations, happiness, feel lighter, and fly high. It is all doable. Ji.
In one of the Shah's Rahman, he said, when you sit in Bandi, you open your heart.
Yes.
Can you elaborate on that?
I quoted several times actually open heart, and I said it is in Farman. Open your heart. Yes. Yes. There are different ways of opening it. So I talked about generosity. That's opening your heart, right? Praying for Jamaat. Have you ever thought about that? That I can say Ya Ali Ya Muhammad Tasbih and I will say all the prayers for Jamaat.
So there is a Parmat Sultan Muhammad Shah that after dua, you say one Pirsha Tasbih for Jamaat.
Yes, yes. You know that Farman. Does everybody know? And does everybody do that?
My husband and I, we do it every night.
Subhanallah, Mubarakbad. Very beautiful. Yeah. So this is opening of the heart. You already know it. Another meaning, opening of the heart, because we talked about pain, right? When we have pain in our heart, the heart clenches. It doesn't open up. And remember that we have to believe in His mercy. Everything in our life comes as mercy. Everything. most painful happened to you, it is due to his mercy. Because you are that soul, number one, you are that soul who is able to handle that pain. If that pain came to you, why didn't it come to her? Why didn't it come to her? My friend just said that she's going through cancer, 4th stage. Why? Why she was given that disease? Why not other person? Because he is so merciful, he knows that she can handle it. Yes. See, it makes hard, this pain is hard, but that's the truth. Very hard truth for us. That's what knowledge teaches us. That's why knowledge makes us lighter. It truly makes us lighter. And all the pain comes out through Giryavzari. So let yourself loose. It's okay to shed tears and say to Mala, I'm going to do Giryavzari because this is so much, so hard on me. It is very difficult. Let tears come out and you'll feel light. So he chooses your soul because you're capable of handling that pain. Ask that person if they were to be in pain, they will say, well, I don't want this. Why did you give me? When we are ungrateful, when we don't have knowledge, people say, why? Why me? But moment doesn't do that. What a test. You are giving me pain and you are saying, don't say why me. But that's what knowledge teaches us. Pick Quran, pick Ginan, pick Farman. That's the teaching.
So Sangama Shah has said, Abadi Chari ni bimari, Chichi Teru, Chite Materuni to Pascal.
Yes.
Right? It's all Chari ni bimari, all this.
Yeah, it's all
Pain
physical.
that you're going to leave here.
Yeah, yeah.
It's going to, Almari is the soul, so worry about your soul.
Yeah, but see, it's easier said than done, right? Those who are going through pain, it is so hard, right? It is so hard. It becomes easier when they have knowledge. They have knowledge, right? So realize the power of knowledge. I do not have words to tell you, and there is so much more. When you talked about going inside your Jamaat Khana, there's Quranic words actually. Hazrat Musa and Hazrat Harun alayhi salam, 24:36. So we'll have to open up the Quran, but there is a reference, there's a lecture already. Khuda Ta'ala says that make your houses Jamaat Khana. What? Make your houses Jamaat Khana. If we don't have knowledge, we'll say, my house is Jamaat Khana. Yes, it is for 23 hours, for 20 hours, for 21 hours. Why can't it be Jamaat Khana? If you are that soul who is in remembrance, you are in Jamaat Khana. But then for those few hours, 3-4 hours, physical Jamaat Khana which Maula has made, that is our Jamaat Khana.
Jamaat Khana is a strong belief. Everybody has a Jamaat Khana in their heart.
Subhanallah. Beautiful Farman. That Jamaat Khana is a stone building, but everyone has Jamaat Khana in their heart. Can you imagine that? So were you right? In a way, but no, remember that there's a difference. You have to understand that Farman, right? You have to understand that Farman, that stone Jamaat Khana becomes that stone when you rise above it, meaning wherever you are in Jamaat Khana, right? Some people think when I'm in that stone Jamaat Khana, I have to become pious, I have to become good, and that is it. I have to pray. As soon as I come out of Jamaat Khana, I'm a worldly person. Bena char game thai. Bale na cheating karvi pade. Right? People do that, right? So that's the meaning when Maula says that don't think that when you are in Jamaat Khana, that is Jamaat Khana. Wherever you are in Jamaat Khana. But that is a stage which comes after a lot of work. Right? Ji.
So let's say when you going through suffering, right? And you have disease and stuff. Now, when you change your attitude like that, and you say shukr for that, would that be also considered dasun of your body? Like, the different type of dasun that you...
Yeah, dasun. So dasun concept. So dasun is must. Money dasun. That's a right of Imam. 12.5 taka is must. Right? But when you have knowledge, or in your context, the example he's giving is that time. I have 24 hours, given to me. Okay, 1 hour is ibadat and my Jamaat Khana Kriya. But then I am blessed with time and with knowledge. I'm aware that I am been blessed with time, and there's time and knowledge Nazrana. There was money Nazrana, there's dasun, there's money Nazrana, But then came the time and knowledge Nazrana. So in reality, time and knowledge Nazrana for a knowledge person actually becomes the soul. You have to give it. You cannot say no to it. How would you give your dason time ki? In her case, she's going to pray for Jamaat. She already does pay that dason. No matter what, I have to give dason of the time, which is prayers. You dedicated the part of your time for Jamaat's benefit because Imam has instructed us, guided us. So I will do that. Does it make sense? Right? When you seek knowledge, you are a seeker, right? You seek knowledge and you have learned point 2 or 3. You want to share that to somebody. If you don't share, you know, whose attribution is that? Pir Nasir Khusro talks about it. You have now become a snake. You're sitting on the knowledge. It's my treasure. If anybody comes, I'll bite. It's my treasure. I will not share. Momin is not that. So, you know, it's very interesting when I thought of Pir Nasir Khusro, he talks about 7 doors to Jannat and 7 doors to Dozakh. Right?
Musha talks too, right?
Yeah.
Pasal and Satasman.
Yes, yes. Yeah, that's a more to it, but yeah, there are, you know, different, so many concepts actually. But, you know, when we have time, I can choose. I have everything, but, you know, I have time. Let me continue to work overtime. Why am I working? Am I able to find some use, better, higher use of my time? What would be that higher use? If I have knowledge, can I share that knowledge? Can I teach that knowledge? That's the son. Then the sons of time. What kind of khidmat are you doing? Service, volunteerism is basis for our tariqah. Our Jamaat is successful today because we believe in khidmat. But which khidmat? Physical khidmat? Remember, life is not just physical. We have body, we have soul, and we have intellect. So when you talk about the son, when we pay money, it is just physical dasan because we earn. We use that soul to earn money. Physical dasan. What about dasan of my soul? If you are seeker, what about the soul of my intellect? Dasan of my intellect. Meaning that dasan for a moment is salik, the one who walks on the path, traveler on the path of spirituality. Dasan is at different levels. Are we paying that dasan? So that's what you're asking, and we have to pay. The more we understand, the more we have, the more generous we'll become. The more our heart will open up. And that's what Mawla guides. Open your heart. Baytu'l Khayal may open your heart. Meaning, if our thoughts in 23 hours are not like that, there is no way we can progress in our Ism-i Azam. So do you see, there is no dichotomy between deen and dunya. We have created. Ism-i Azam to hum बहुत बड़ी इबादत कर रहे हैं. बाकी दिन में क्या करे doesn't matter, right?
And Malo saying in humility. So the Furman is focusing not specifically on Bandagi time only, but it's overall 23 hours. He's talking about
So
when
good
we're
question.
sitting
Yeah.
Bandagi,
How do you sit in
someone
humility?
says, so I'm thinking, how do I sit?
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
So how do you
Yeah, so let me explain again that, you know, what does it mean? How do you sit for that hour in humility? Humility is not a position, right? That's what I said. How do you sit in humility? So I have given one answer earlier. I'm going to give more now, go further in detail, that when you sit in Ibadat, you know, before Ibadat, you have to do Girya Uzari. You have to say to Mawla Bapa. And even, you know, you regularly go to Jamaat Khana and we have rituals. Ginan and then Bandagi lights are turned off. Before you start your Ism-i Azam, actually you haath jode, sajde mein jaye and tell him, I am not capable. I am not worthy. I am insignificant, Mawla. I am beggar at your door. I don't even know how to be humble. I become arrogant. But you can teach me how to be humble. Mawla, if I am doing this, it is your blessing that I'm doing this. Otherwise, I cannot do this. You gave me the courage, so I'm doing this. I'm not worthy. But Mawla, I will try to take your name. I cannot stay focused. I forget. I become distracted, but I will remember. I will try. Hold my hand, Mawla, as you have said. I'm not going to sleep, Mawla. I'm going to stay awake. I want to see you, Mawla. I want to be blessed with your didar. Help me, Mawla. So here, let me finish. So that's how you're expressing now in words, that you are humble. And you did this in sujood. And probably you had tears in your eyes. Then you sit up and then you start your Ism-i Azam and see your focus, see the difference. Power of Girya Hosar. So that is, practically taking the position and the mindset of humility and then starting your bandagi.
Another thing is in the Farman Malapa is saying, don't be greedy. So if you are sitting in Ibadat, that I want to see you, Mola, right? But then Malapa is saying, don't be greedy. But if you really want to see Mola, you're desperate. And then it's like you're conflicting with the Farman that Malapa is saying, don't be greedy. But how can you not be greedy?
So you were probably busy when we were having the first session because we talked about this. Yeah, yeah, we talked about it. A lover is always greedy. I would say that. If we are lovers, we want to be greedy. But what does Mola say? Do not be greedy. What he says, he's guiding us that, for example, if you experienced a joy, if you experience light, right? And you sit in bandagi, don't make it your, way of thinking that it is my right. I sat in the bandagi yesterday, I saw this light. I had experience of fragrance, right? Or I heard something, I felt something, or I had a beautiful dream, Mola. Today I'm sitting in bandagi. I want to be blessed with the same thing. You cannot be greedy. It is not your right.
So would that be like, the way that Sufis say 70,000 wheels of light, 70,000 wheels of darkness? So when you get that experience and your mind is stuck on that experience, would you be stuck in those wheel curtains of light?
Yes.
And
So
you can't progress?
yeah, Quran talks about it. Quran says that on the first heaven, we have set lights to push away, to throw away unworthy ones. Light, nur, on the first heaven. Meaning that those who experience light and they become settled. I saw the light. They did see the light. 70,000 ways. Meaning you just experience first level. There are 70,000 curtains which you have to remove.
But how would you then? It's hard to clear that. Like when you're saying, how can you just not, like, humanly, how is it possible to clear that and sit again
Yes.
as it didn't happen?
So when you are saying that you're here able to hear him, right? Yeah. So it's so interesting. When somebody experiences the light, right? And they settle there because they got such a good happiness. And Mola says, you will have no doubt, you will see the light and you'll feel happy. Those who do not have knowledge, they will say, oh, I have seen it all. I don't need anything more. I've seen light. They'll say, be settled. It is only the knowledge which will tell you, you just reached the first step. There's a second step too. How will you remove that, what experience you had, the joy you had experienced? Only knowledge will help you remove it. Because you will know from knowledge, oh, there is more to it. Oh, I didn't know that. And then you experience that, you understand through knowledge, oh, there is more to it. You know what Prophet said? Then Prophet was asked that one verse of Quran, he said that, there's a story of Imam Bakr alayhi salam. Imam Bakr alayhi salam, he's a young kid, right? And the teacher, he goes to the teacher and the teacher says, Padhe, Alif. He says Alif. Then he says Ba. He said, you have not told me about Alif yet. You have not taught Alif. Why are you jumping to the Ba? You have not taught me A in English and you are teaching me B? Because he was wise teacher. And he knew this is Ahle Bayt, Nurani family. He says, Shehzade, aap hi bata de, kya matlab hai? Right? And he gives him, tawi of Alif. So many tawilat of just first alphabet alif. Uski गिरिया ज़ारी शुरू. He goes in sajda. He sits up, he sees Prophet Muhammad sitting there. He sits up, he says Maula Ali. That's how he has the didar of Panchtan Pak. Because he was wise, he understood. Arrogance, I'm teacher, you're a student. No, 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 no. This is, you're talking about Prince. Shahzada hai, Maula ka beta hai. Right? Janashi Maula ka. So what I'm saying in other words, that we think that is it.
Usul-e-Din,
Usul-e-Din.
it talks about.
It talks about, yes, there is more. You think this is it? Oh, I've gotten really, really good fruits. There is more. You think it is it? No, there is more. So Prophet Muhammad, when he was asked that, Quran ki ek ayat, ek tanzil hai. Ek tanzil hai. So they said ke iske yehi maani hai, literal maani. No, he said nahi, iske 7 maana hai. In other place he says there's 700 meanings of it. And that story is that now Maulana Baqir al-Islam is, Imam. And one of the, member, he goes to Maula, says, Maula, Alhamd, I want to know more about Surah Fatiha. So Maula gives him tabi. And he says, Maula, is there more? He says, yeah, come back tomorrow, I'll give you more. He goes, Maula gives him something else. Did I get it all? Is there more? Come back tomorrow, I'll give you more. Comes back again, Maula gives him more. 7 days. 8th day. Mullah, is there more? Mullah says, if you keep coming to me 70,000 times, I'll keep giving it. That's what you are talking about. Ways. Momin, kya farman hai? Momin always sees himself at the first step. Humility. No matter how much you elevate, there is more. His hijabat, his veils are unlimited. Unlimited. So never be satisfied. Momin always seeks more. What happens to us, we settle down. But that's not what Momin always thinks of himself, even if they're elevated. He thinks of himself at the first step. Right? So there are veils after veils after veils. And that's what I meant. 7 tawil? No. 700 tawil. How much have we learned? How many we have learned? There is so much more for us to learn. So it's a beautiful experience, journey that, honestly, if you ask me, when I started my knowledge journey, I'm telling you, it is like you're drinking. Have you seen alcoholics? You want to drink more. You want to drink more. You want to drink more. Because the intoxication you get, the love of Imam, you thought you've come to know Imam. There is more. There's more. His manifestations are unlimited.
You're blessed.
Huh?
This is a blessing that you have.
No, I'm just giving example.
1%.
Yeah.
There's this.
Yeah.
The rest of them are sleeping, watching Blue Jays.
Yeah. Jame ishq ke azal bhar bhar ke peete hain. That the drink of his love, we fill it up and we continue to drink and drink and drink. That's what veils are. You constantly remove and you want to know more. You want to know more. You want to know. It is unlimited.
But that example was great, the drinking. Now I remember the beer, so I will have to drink this Noor now. So like
Yes. Yes.
some idea you put in the head now.
So, there's a explanation about it that when you drink, Quran talks about sharab. Quran talks about that in Jannat we will have
River of wine.
river of wine, river of honey, river of milk, right?
No chai.
Huh? No chai. Yeah, we'll get pure drinks, right? But can you imagine Quran talks about sharab? But that sharab is very different from the sharab we have in the world. This is an example. So what is the example? Those who drink, they forget about everything. They're intoxicated. Those mu'minin who drink this sharab, they also become intoxicated. But they don't forget, they don't become insane, they don't do anything. This sharab makes your intellect weak. This intoxication makes you very sharp, makes you wise. Very different. But the similarity, the example is of intoxication. You just want to continue to drink it, drink it. You don't want to stop. And why would we stop? If we are lovers, greedy, why would we stop? Give me more, I'll drink. But this is a different journey. This is a different journey of knowledge. And through knowledge, because ilm wali ru darja ba darja banti hai. So as soon as you get knowledge, you elevate your Ism-i Azam. Because you understand the meaning of Ism-i Azam. It is no more translation. It is the meaning. So it's totally different journey. It's totally different Baytu'l Khayal. Not this Baytu'l Khayal which becomes pretentious, which Maula warns us about. Only through knowledge we will know what is Baytu'l Khayal. Because it is truly khayal. It is thought. It is khayal. Khayal of his name. And we go into our inner world. And we are thinking. How beautiful it is. Right?
Just want to make I think kind of clarify what I was trying to say is that without knowledge you can't get a glimpse of that light.
Yes.
So in similar manner, when you reach to one level, you obviously are seeking the higher level of knowledge to get the higher light. So I think that in that way, it's a continuous process. It's not that you become still. Maybe you do become still, but I think that leads you. Once you reach that first level, then you move up to the second level because without that knowledge, you can't get to that light. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Yeah. So let me add. So you are not wrong, but there's a little bit of understanding because Maula is Rahman. If we go to Jamaat Khana regularly, we seek his didar. He may give us light without knowledge. But that light is an invitation to ask, to seek more. But we have a choice. I've seen light. Why did I not see that light again? What did that light mean? Now you start asking questions. And you become a seeker, meaning you continued your journey. You did not stop there. And there are very many in Jamaat who are blessed with light and they have no idea. But when they come to knowledge journey, it is Ism-i Azam. Do you know why you are here? Have you ever thought of that? Why did you become interested? It was due to the Ism-i Azam. Because we are blessed Ismaili Jamaat, we are given with the supreme name when we have no knowledge. I mean, we have basic preliminary knowledge, Ginan, Farman, we don't understand, but we, know how. Some of it has, right? We have it. But when we sincerely practice on the Ism-i Azam holds our hand and gives us question. What does this mean? I want to know more. So it is due to the Ism-i Azam that we become interested in knowledge. It Maula's guidance. Reason may become trauma. Reason may become life, whatever it is, whatever. And we think that because of this, I came to this, journey. No, it was Ism-i Azam who brought you to the journey. Your pain, your difficulty pushed you. Stop now. Look into this direction. Because you have so much done ibadat that your soul is pushing you. So his mercy comes. This is it.
A question over here from here. That the light you can see only in Baytu'l Khayal or you can see it in the daytime.
Oh, Mola can bless you anytime, every time. It can come anytime. Not necessarily. Not necessarily, but the thing is that if people miss out seeing light when they don't have knowledge and they have experience light in ibadat time, how would one know if they experience it during the daytime? Does it make sense? Does it make sense or no? No. Okay. So let me explain it. We just talked about different experiences, right? That, your sense of ear opens up, your batni ear, your batni eyes open up, or your batni, sense of smell open up. But people don't know. Jamaat doesn't know. The way I gave example of Loban. There's no Loban, but I don't know why I smell Loban. Brush off kar diya. Why? Because there was no knowledge. If in ibadat time there was an experience which was brushed off because there is no knowledge, if Maula blesses you in 23 hours, will we give it as any importance? We'll miss it. So what I'm saying in other words, when we draw no dichotomy between deen and dunya, experience can come to Mu'min at any time. But we have to have that open heart. We have to have that knowledge to understand. Otherwise, we'll miss it again. Miracles happen to us all the time. But some people will say, मेरे साथ तो कोई माजिज़ा नहीं होता है. And this person always talks about miracles day and night. Why she is so blessed and I am not? तो ऐसा हो गया कि वो तो ना इंसाफ है ना, हमने कंप्लेन करी ना, दैट्स व्हाट वी आर सेइंग, इमीडिएटली उसको ब्लेम कर दिया. But can he be na insafi? No, he's just. If he's giving it to her, he'll give it to me too. But it is me who's blind, who's not able to see. So he gives it to all of us. But we will not be able to see it because we don't have knowledge. Make sense?
Being on from 3 to 4 to 5, 1 time, because you can concentrate on it.
Yeah, so you're really focusing. You are made free. You know, the time is also a special time because we are not busy worldly wise. We are giving that focused attention. And that attention, due to that practice of Ism-i Azam for years, you are here in knowledge journey. Look back, those who are in knowledge journey, you had done ibadah. And that's why you became interested. So don't think other way around. Actually, it is this way. It is your Ism-i Azam who brings you to knowledge. You automatically feel that desire to want to know more. You have questions from nowhere. Right? Any more questions?
So, like the way the theory says that the ball moves and
Yeah.
comes up.
Yeah.
So when you talk about in your session the completion of Ism-i Azam, you're referring to this movement?
Yeah.
Or
So
you're referring to, because you were talking about like the way you activate an angel when you do zikr.
yeah, yeah.
So is that what you mean by completion of?
Yes, yes. So it's different terminology, right? And I refrain from going into Ginans. I refrain intentionally. Why? Because if you have heard my lectures on reincarnation or or different Ginanic explanation, because we don't have knowledge of Quran, what happens when we study Ginans, we go into unintentionally Hinduism. तीसरी आंख की बात पूछेंगे लोग, चाकरा की बात करेंगे. That is not part of our, we are Musalman. Yes, our forefathers were from there, and at that time our peers taught us in that language, in those terminologies, because that's what they understood. Today, if I tell my children chakra and tisri aankh, are we Muslim or Hindu? Remember that. That's why I intentionally do not talk about that. I literally don't. But if you were to study Quran and go back to Gina, Peer is exactly telling you what Quran is teaching. But in terminologies which we understood at that time. Today, we don't know about chakras. There are different stages and whatnot. If you have not studied, you won't know. So why would we invest our time and energy, which is not going to take us to our Imam? Quran, whole Quran is about Imam. Quran is a book for Ismailis. And that's why from Maulana Shah Karim's time, Maulana Hazim Imam's time, we hear these articles, it is all about Quran. We hear that, right? And we don't know anything about Quran, right? Those who attend knowledge classes, they'll say, oh, they'll tell me, Niamat Sahib, we heard that ayat you had explained to us. So I understood it. Shukr Maula, right? So that's why I refrain from it. I don't use those terminologies. What I say, actually, it is same thing. Ism-i Azam travels. These are 70,000 ways, 70,000 steps. And at every step, there's a light and you climb up the ladder, And it is with every ladder, it is activation which happens. How does it happen? Because with every ladder, there is an angel who becomes your companion. Surah Fatir, 35/1. Write it down. I want you to look at it. 35/1. It talks about that, you are given wings. 1 wing, 2 wings, 3 wings, 4 wings. We thought, if we talk about angels, we thought they had 2 wings. But no, Quran says 3 wings, 4 wings, and then there are so many more. If you were to continue to unveil the batin of it, there are so many wings. And that's what it means, that every step you get a wing. That's what activation means. What does Imam Sultan Muhammad Shah says? તમે આ બદનમાં અમને નથી મળી શકતા. નૂરાની બદનમાં તમે અમને મળી શકો છો. Nurani badan, where is Nur? Where is that badan I'm looking for? That badan doesn't have physical body. It's subtle body. Subtle which I don't see with my eyes. Subtle flies. Mala says you can only meet with me in Nurani badan. So every angel, every ladder, when we activate, we get a wing, wing, wing. What will happen? We'll fly. Pankhadiya hote, to shane jai malu. That's what Pir is teaching us, 35 by 1 in that Gnan. So we have wings, shane jai malu. How easy it is when we understand it. All Ginans become so easy if we have understanding of Quran. Farman becomes easy if we have understanding of Quran. You know, we've discussed a lot. If you don't have question, we should end. Gee.
Angel.
Yes.
Some of the people didn't know the name of the angel.
Yeah.
Their angel. How do you know that?
Knowledge.
What kind of knowledge? Which knowledge will drive me?
This knowledge. This knowledge. Knowledge of learning about Quran and its meaning. Meaning. I'm not asking you to learn Arabic. I'm not asking you to read Quran. Become the student of those who know the meaning of Quran. So when you understand the ta'wil, the batin, remember we started with, Surah Baqarah, verse 3. When you are those who are believer of unseen is batin, batin is ta'wil, there are different names of ta'wil. When you learn the ta'wili ilm of Quran, you will know Ginan, you will know the names of your angels, you will know farmans. It won't be difficult.
I have to work harder.
We have to work smart, not hard. We are already hard working. Okay, let me tell you first, let me praise you. You are hard working person. You were in Jamaat Khana and you are here and it's been late. So you're already hard worker, right? And you implied, referring to your age, right? That how will I get there? I understood you. So remember that we do not need to work hard, but we have to work smart. Meaning that when we talk about this balance, we have to learn ways and means. एक नो सवा लाख था दुनिया में 1+1 2 होता ना. We have to learn smart ways of एक का सवा लाख कैसे होगा. Parman teaches us. Ginan teaches us. Quran teaches us. And it will become possible through knowledge. Through knowledge. Believe me, through knowledge. You will multiply your earning.
Another birth.
No, I don't think so. No. The birth in the sense that, yes, you have to now be, yes, you have to empower your soul. We have lived a physical life. Now you will empower your soul. So
if you want to finish, I just tell you something which she just reminded me about this bird, because I know what you say. So if you want to let them know,
oh, reincarnation?
yes, because sometimes people think, okay, I'll do it in my next one. I'll do it in my, if you want to just clarify that so we get more Hajri and Baytu'l Khayal.
You do know it's a whole different topic, right?
If you want to just
There's a session, like if there's a session recorded, so if you want, it's with the references, all of the slides, so it's one of those things, we're gonna talk about it. You may get a little bit, if you, with fresh mind, let's say tomorrow, you listen to that recording, and if follow-up question comes in, you all have my number now, send it to me. I've been messaging everyone who has given the numbers.
I'll see.
Hanifa has it, Mumtaz has it.
Yeah, because you'll retain more, right? We are tired, we are saturated, right? Yeah.
Yes, Sundar.
What I would just suggest for Quran studies for the lady,
Huh?
the Dharam Ilm books. The Quran from IIS.
Yeah.
Meaning of Quran's interpretation.
Yeah.
Book 1 and book 2 are excellent. They're easy read. It's available in our bookstores in Planet Jamaica.
Yeah.
And everybody should be taking those Dharam Ilm classes because they are just nice.
Yeah. Alhamdulillah.
Great way to start.
Yeah, great way to start. Yeah. I think everybody's question. The individual. Okay.
If there is any significance to 11.
11. Yeah. Everything is significant. Everything has a meaning, right? Not like that. But everything has a meaning. Yeah.
It's a big topic.
But these are concepts. These are concepts I can just brush off. But if you work from the foundation, then you'll be able to get more, right? So I understand sometimes we just want that answer. But without the foundation, the building will be weak, it will fall. So my humble request would be that start the journey building the foundation. And believe me, all the answers are for you. All the answers are for. And right now I can see people are tired. Saturation, it's been a lot. We've been talking, you know. So we should end here, actually. We should end here. All right. Then thank you, Yali Madad. You're most welcome. Huh? Thank you. Chair pull कर ले आप मेरे पास.
अनावदान बुलंद हाजिर की सेवा को कबूल करें
आमीन.
सेवा जो बदले बने जहान में नसीब कर
आमीन.
आगे सेवा करन जी जमात खाना चन जी आला हिम्मत शक्ति प्रेरणा संजोगो बख्शे
आमीन.
हाँ जी कुल मुश्किलियों आसान
आमीन.
करे कुल आफत बला बीमारी दफे करे
आमीन.
मौला आके हमेशा जी जिक्र में फिक्र में रखे
आमीन.
आके सत सबूरी खमिया जिक्र ईमान बख्शे
आमीन.
जल्दी पता रही जाहिरी बंदगी में जबातोनी नूरानी खुदा नसीब
आमीन.